Hey guys, Yegi here. We're gonna talk about tweezers and how to hold them properly. It's been a very well requested video, so I hope you enjoy.
How to hold eyelash extensions tweezers properly. This is very important for you to be able to lash client after another and not cause damage to your hands and wrists. So let's start with the isolation tweezers. You want to hold your isolation tweezers in your non-dominant hand. For me, that would be my left hand. Now, I'm gonna grip the tweezers, initially opening my left hand with my gun grip, and we're gonna put the middle of the tweezer right where my index finger and my middle finger are. Then I'm gonna close down my thumb and come in between my two fingers. Now, I'm gonna use my right hand and I'm gonna adjust the tweezer in order to have support from the back of my hand. I want to make sure that it's gonna be resting on my hand if it can, in order to give me extra support and not cause too much pressure on my fingers. Now I'm gonna open and close the tweezer mostly with my middle finger, but I'm gonna gently help or give guidance with my index finger. My pinky and my ring finger are gonna act as support for the forehead. Now this is a mannequin head. She has a half a head, but on a client, you'll see that resting your pinky and your ring finger on the forehead really will help you have stability and guidance as you're isolating. So make sure you're doing that. And my other thing I want to watch out for is I want my wrist to be resting and having it steady on my pillow. This is going to make sure that we're going to not twist and turn our wrist too much and not cause damage to it. Instead, we're going to open and close our tweezers in order to isolate. And again, pressure from our middle finger and our thumb is mostly doing the work. The rest is almost acting as a support. Next, let's talk about how to hold your straight tweezers. I'm going to use the Yegi A1 tweezer to demonstrate how you would hold it in order to apply classic lashes, or if you're using it to move lashes around to do checks or isolation. Some people do use straight tweezers to isolate. Now, we want to hold out our three fingers, so our index finger, our middle finger, and our thumb out like in the gum position, and we're going to put the middle of the tweezer in the middle of our fingers diagonally, just like that. Then we're going to close our thumb to fully hold our grip. Now we can adjust our wrist, and we want to make sure that the tweezer is resting in the back of our hand to hold this almost ergonomic shape of our wrist in order to protect it and not hurt it when we're lashing. Mostly the pressure that you're applying to the tweezers is in your middle finger and your thumb. Your index finger just kind of acting as a support to help you, and your pinky and ring finger are going to be gently resting on the client's forehead to give you support so you're not putting too much pressure again on your wrist and on your hand. Now you want to make sure that your movements are subtle and controlled. You don't want to go all over the place and be doing stuff like that, because all of that movement with each eyelash is going to get in the way of you causing extra pressure to your wrist. So do very subtle movements, rest your wrist or your arm on the pillow or the client's head, use your pinky and index finger for support, open and close your tweezers mostly with your thumb and middle finger, support with your index finger, and also look at the place we're holding the tweezer. It's almost in the center. So in the center of the tweezer is where we want to work with it. We don't want to work too close, because when we hold the tweezer too close to the tip, that's when we're going to have to push a little extra hard for it to close. And same thing if we're moving too back, it's harder to control. So about the middle of the tweezer is a good place to hold the straight tweezers. Lastly, let's talk about how to hold volume tweezers. I'm going to use the Yegi L2 tweezers to demonstrate, but the way you want to hold the volume tweezer is, again, in your dominant hand, you're going to open your index finger, middle finger, and your thumb, and you're going to place the tweezer with the tip facing up in the middle of your fingers diagonally. Then you're going to close your thumb to hold it and be able to have control over it. Now we're going to tilt our wrist and we're going to point the tweezer kind of up. So you want the base of the tweezer to be able to kind of be parallel to the eye or eyelashes where you're going to be gripping them. Your middle finger and your thumb are again going to be the ones that are doing most of the work. You're just going to support your tweezer with your index finger, and your ring finger and pinky are again acting support on the forehead. Now, when you're opening and closing, pay attention. The middle finger is almost at the base, at the very lower part of the tweezer, and the thumb is about at the center of the tweezer, a little bit below the center point. This will give you really good control to be able to fan your lashes out and to grip them. Lastly, I want to make sure I'm going to be resting my wrist and my elbow onto the lash pillow or the lash bed in order for me to get good support. We don't want our hands to be in the air because again, that's not going to be comfortable in the long run and it's going to cause damage to our bodies.
Thank you for watching. Please comment below if you have any questions. We are doing a giveaway with this video, so make sure you participate and read the instructions. It's pinned below, and hope you win. Good luck.